Hi guys, hope everyone is doing well. This is Lisa Salvatore with a energy report for the upcoming week leading up to this full moon in Leo on Thursday, January 28th. Today is Sunday, January 24th, and I'm recording this video. And today we have a Sun-Saturn conjunction at 4 degrees of Aquarius. We get one of these per year, so this is actually a really good day to get serious, or at least get the thought in motion about the projects that you want to work on and produce for 2021. It's just a really good day for tasks, like to make a list and just even put it out to the universe about what it is that you want to work towards or work on personally, professionally. That just clicked into my head as I hit record, so I wanted to mention that, today is a Sun conjunct Saturn day. Okay, so we start the week off Monday, January 25th. The moon is going to be in the air sign of Gemini, and we're under Aquarius energy. The sun is in Aquarius, also an air sign. So the week starts off with the focus on our thinking, our way of communicating, and what we're digesting, right, from the outside world, and also from friends and family. It's also about thinking about our feelings, thinking about why we're feeling a specific way, feeling much more open-minded to banter with others. But again, we still have a lot of Martian, Mars energy present, and a tension that is building up as we get on throughout the week. So keep that in mind. We are gearing up towards this full moon in Leo on Thursday the 28th, 2:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The full moon is always when the sun and the moon are in opposite signs or opposing each other. Sun in Aquarius, opposite the moon in Leo. Who will be feeling this moon the most? Well, everybody, right? Because full moons tend to illuminate everything. Think about a moon cycle is 28, 29 days. And so throughout the month, things do come up and tensions build. And then right when we get to that point of the full moon energy, which is typically felt 3 to 5 days before and after, and could be more depending on your own personal makeup, a lot gets kicked up, a lot gets brought up to the surface for us to look at. It can be a highly emotional time. Also makes us much more intuitively connected and aware for the most part. The dreams get ramped up. So lots gets ramped up around the full moons. That's what full moons do. They amplify everything. They illuminate the corners, the darkness. Think about the full moon in the sky, right? What it looks like at night. It's beautiful. But so because it's at 9 degrees of Leo, I would say anybody who has sun, moon, rising sign, or the North Node, I would say, because the North Node is our karmic path. In Leo, around, I would say 7 to, I'm going to say 12 degrees of Leo, you will be feeling this energy the strongest. You could be feeling it as a very nervous energy, a very chaotic energy, but almost like you're on the brink of a rebirth, on the brink of something new. And for everybody, think about what diamonds are in the rough before they're, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to say this correctly, but diamonds under pressure is what makes them beautiful. And so that's what this feels, this energy of this whole entire week as we build up towards that full moon and then a little bit after, that is what this feels like. And, I always say that New Year's resolutions, in my mind, in my opinion, are garbage, because the new year for everyone really is your birthday, because that is that is the beginning of your next solar year. That's your solar return. So that is when the sun comes back to the place it was the day of your birth, and obviously the exact time is for you to know, but that is your time. That is your new year. That is your new cycle, your new initiation point. And so that would be when you'd want to make your resolutions or really do a ritual around that time. So as we get towards the spring equinox, which is March 21st, that is the beginning of the astrological new year, because the sun moves into Aries, and Aries is technically the first, it is the first sign of the zodiac, and it starts the new year astrologically. So think about this time. It's like, yes, a lot has gone on the last year. We don't need to rehash all of this. We know this. Everybody is feeling it. Everybody. So as we move into this time period, think about it as like a gestation period as we go to the spring equinox. So really think about what it is right now, because there is such a pressure and a tension present right now. There's also a lot of good here, so it's not negative. But I just want to bring it to awareness that we all are going through something or some things right now. And it's important to keep sight of that we're all in this boat together. It's going to be different for everybody. Unfortunately, many people have lost jobs and continue to do so. And I've also heard some really positive things coming in to take the place of that. And worrying obviously is so hard not to do, but it does bring us out of our peace when we're projecting so far into the future. So it's important to try to find those moments, the diamond in the rough of each situation and of each day. And I think that that's important to mention, and especially as we get towards, like I said, the spring equinox, really work with this energy right now and about what needs to be released, not just around the full moon, but always, and what you would like to manifest and to bring in. Okay, so with this full moon, it's going to be at 9 degrees of Leo. So Leo is this fire sign of, it's the heart. It centers around the heart. It's expressive, it's creative, it's courageous, it likes to do things. It's motivated by its own passions and desires. And so this is the time where we could be really feeling that, but then there's some aspects that are combining with this full moon energy that's kind of lending to this still a sense of restriction and isolation and wanting to push forward, but feeling like there's this brick wall that keeps coming up. So, it's squaring Mars. Again, that's tension. But it can also be a large driving force of energy, because the sun in Aquarius squaring Mars in Taurus, it's like we still have this burst of initiative. We still want to do something. It's a matter of how we use that Martian energy to our advantage, right? It's also, the full moon's also opposing Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury. Again, opposing energy, opposites. So there is still, because it's opposite, there's that feeling of high, 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 and low, low, low. And that's going to constantly be ping-ponging back and forth throughout the week. So just know that that is what you will likely be experiencing in one form or fashion, maybe even more than one way. We're also dealing with a strong intensity on our feelings again, because we've got a Venus-Pluto conjunction not long after the full moon. And so, Venus is what we love and what we value, and Pluto is about intensity and depth and getting to the bottom of things. And so when these two are coming up in a conjunction like this, superficiality just won't do. So there's this desire to express yourself in any which way you need to, maybe to others, especially within relationships, because again, it's Venus and Pluto. So it's about love. It's about depth. It's about what we want. It's about our desires. It's about what we need in our lives and how are we going to get that. And so there could be some serious and probing conversations that can come up around this time that may or may not feel comfortable, but could just be needed to release some tension and clear the air. So again, mixed bag of energy. But one thing is for certain, it is most definitely not intense, right? Mercury, just to throw this into the mix, Mercury Mercury is stationary, so Mercury is about to turn retrograde on the 30th, January the 30th. So again, there's this essence of misinformation, miscommunication that can be happening, things being conveyed in a specific manner that maybe you didn't mean for them to come off a certain way, and then they did, and we're in full moon energy. So again, heightened, hyper emotional. So just like I always say, just being mindful goes a long way. And if you know you're edgy, irritated, aggravated, whatever the case may be, and you are in a situation where you feel like you may be around someone or something that's going to bring that up and bring it out of you, and if you do not want to go there, probably wise to stay in your bubble and keep to yourself and stay in your lane, like I always say, because it's easier. We all get triggered, right? And this is, again, going to be a time where the triggers are going to be coming up more and more and more to help us clear our own karma and move forward, right? Speaking of moving forward, the physical body, by the way, for the past couple of weeks, again, depending on how sensitive you are to energy, to others, this is going to be different for everybody. But physically, what happens is, right now, the vibration of the earth is shifting and is changing. That's just fact. That's just science. We, as bodies of energy, feel that, and our frequencies actually have to shift to ascend and catch up to the vibration of the planet. So without going into all of that, I will say this. Just know that if you've been experiencing some headaches and you don't really have a basis for them, medical basis, because I always suggest getting checked out if you're not feeling well. But let's say you've done all that and you just have these headaches, or migraines I know are common right now, stomach disturbances. But this week in particular and the week after, I want to just emphasize that the heart chakra, the heart, it could be aggravating you. You could be feeling a lot more pressure, palpitations, heart skipping a beat, breathlessness, respiratory. Again, I'm not saying if you feel this way, don't get checked. I mean, if you don't feel well, get checked out. Lisa is not telling you, it's ascension, it's energy. You're not sick. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if you know, and you will know, this will speak to you if you are hearing what I'm saying. If you know that you're okay and you're feeling these things, just know what is happening is energetic. Just take care of yourself, a little bit of extra grounding, deep breathing. I recommend the Breathe app on the iPhone. I don't know what other phones have it, but Breathe, BREETHE, excellent app. It really helps you out of the head and into the body. You can do 10 minutes of it. Get outside into nature, ground yourself, drink water, take care of yourself. Really, just know that this is happening right now, and especially because Leo rules the heart. I'm going to say it again, and this full moon is in Leo. So just keep that in mind. And Aquarius rules the mind. So our own thoughts, right? Sun in Aquarius, our own thoughts could be leading to these heart disturbances, let's just say. Leo, the heart. Leo is also fire. It's a fire sign. So again, we get activated and boom, it has to come out. The energy has to have an outlet, right? And the physical body is usually the way that this goes. So keep that in mind as well, that could be ramped up this week. Take extra good care of yourself if that is the case, especially with anxiety and all that. What else did I write down so I don't forget certain things I wanted to talk about? Let's see. Oh yeah, with the Jupiter energy present, Jupiter's expansion and Jupiter's growth and optimism and hope and faith. So above all else, keep your eyes on the prize. Think of Jupiter's like the future. It's big. It wants us to look at the primary, like the goal, the ultimate goal. And sometimes there's sacrifice to get to those ultimate goals, right? But the reality is to keep your eye on the prize and look for the silver lining in every situation, because there is always one, even in the really hard and bad ones. But, abundance and expansion is the name of the game at the end of it all. And remember, we're all in this lifetime together, right? For a reason. Anyway, I hope that this helped. Happy full moon. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead of you. I have updated my website. I'm super excited. You could check it out. The links are below. And I'm having a full moon event Thursday evening, the evening of the 28th at 7:30, I believe. Anyway, it's under my events page. So again, these are limited space. So the links are all below, and you can sign up for my newsletter, and I will talk to you all real soon. Take good care of yourselves. Oh, I forgot to pull a card. I wanted to pull a card. I wasn't prepared, so I'm just going to grab one of my decks, my Moonology Oracle. I meant to get the tarot cards, but oh well. Let's just quickly get a card for this full moon energy. It's not just full moon, it's just the energy in general, but full moon is coming up this week, so. Okay, I can't make this up. You guys saw me shuffling. Okay, look at this. Full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Again, I'm going to backtrack that to the Venus-Pluto conjunction I mentioned earlier, and the intensity and the focus on our relationships and saying what we need to say and saying it with authority and saying it within our truth. Okay? So again, don't let pride get in your way. That's another thing about Leo. Leo's a very prideful sign. Doesn't like to put too much of itself out on the line if it does not necessarily know that they're going to get anything back or in return. And this energy is like kind of saying, throw that out and throw it out the window, because if you need to say something or get something off your chest for yourself, for your own well-being, for your own soul, because Leo, again, the soul, the sun, then do it. Because in reality, your own pride could be actually blocking you from something beautiful. Now, this is not just for Leo, by the way, because the card is Leo. This is for everyone. It's just the energy of the full moon in Leo. Again, take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you all real soon. Bye.